Today we're driving another new car that's come into the market. Now, I've got my hand covering the brand name on the steering wheel here. Why? Because I'm sure you're trying to figure out what car is this, because today a lot of new cars coming into the market. In the last 6-7 months, there have been so many new cars coming to the market, mostly of course from China, and all of them are almost similar when it comes to the dashboard look and feel. Yes, you have bigger screen, smaller screen. You might have, a combination of screens, but they all look almost the same. It's almost like the designers did a very good job with the exterior, because all of them look fantastic on the exterior. There are so many design languages coming out: sharp edge, slab edge, curvatures. They've got it all. But when it comes to the cabin, this is where I think lack of imagination right now coming from car manufacturers in China. I know the screen seems to be the dominant feature. Everyone talks about screens. We've talked about it before and all that. But you can't just rely on screens. You must have something interesting in terms of, dashboard design. I remember a long time ago, if you look at new cars coming in from Europe, whether they have curved designs, whether they have cowls, whether it's curved inwards, whether it's, part of the dashboard is facing the driver, whether this is recessed, comes forward. I mean, these are all elements that, make it driver-centric and, more interesting when you get into the car. But now it's all straight, flat screens, and everything is, everything is in the screen. All the excitement, all the selling points are in the screens. I think it's time to start looking at dashboard design. Start looking at how aircon vents are designed. Start looking at, for example, there are some cars that, have reimagined the steering wheel a little bit. Of course, this is a nice steering wheel, flat bottom and all, but think about all this. I am suggesting to the designers of Chinese-made vehicles to let their juices flow, let their creative juices flow, and come up with something more interesting for us to photograph, to videotape, and to also talk about when we review the car. Because we just don't want to talk about the interesting exterior. We want to come in and say, hey, look at this interior. They've done a really interesting job in, putting this here, this here, this here. But now we come into the car, it's just, okay, big screen, easy to use, functional, instrument cluster, right? Okay, job well done. So please, go back and think about your next new car, how you're going to make this interior stand out like it used to be 20, 30 years ago. Now I'll tell you which car this is. Now you know.